Spacey Sims, and we're back with the Hustle Cat, and we're on Graves' route. Woo! So we're reading the whole story. Anyway, so I actually went back, and I tried, because I was curious at that last choice where we had to say, oh, I'm here about the job, versus like, oh yeah, sure, Landry, tell me about the cafe. And maybe it only works in Graves' route, but it's weird because I swear in other people's route, every single thing tells us to say, actually, I'm here about the job, because otherwise you get points with Landry if you say, sure, tell me about the place, whatever. But so I chose that, and Graves came out and talked about his heterochromia, and I was like, do I have to know that to work here? And he's like, oh, whatever. We didn't have that option come up of like, is that going to be on the test? But like, it's weird. So, but that question never comes up in any of the other routes, because it tells you when we've done the other routes which answers. And we always say, I'm here about the job, and it just skips past that. So like, it's so weird. But I really swear that we did that the first time. Maybe we didn't, but it just seemed familiar, me saying that. Like, I don't know. But, hold on. I have to fix my position on my couch. Something poking me. My bulbs were broken in my lamp, and like one of them was broken in the thing, and they changed it, but then I found that I was sitting on a piece of glass. Like, hello, I had a piece of glass poking me in the butt. Like, that's not fun. That's not pleasant at all. So, anyway, so I keep feeling like I'm getting poked and like I'm sitting on glass. Glass in my ass. It's not pleasant. Anyway, here it is, a cat's paw. I got a good look at it when I was here yesterday, but it feels totally different when it's your workplace, you know? It's kind of nice to think about. Hey, Avery. Landry peeks his head out from the doorframe and waves me in. I'm surprised by how many people are standing around. Graves, Landry, and Hayes are there. Graves, Landry, and Hayes are there. Oh my. But so are a few others I've never seen. I see only a few cats right now, but they seem utterly disinterested in everything we're doing. They're all piled in a sleep cluster by the window. I feel a little embarrassed that I'm so disheveled, but I'd rather be on time with wet hair than late and looking perfect. Good, you decided to challenge the morning sun after all. Now that the star is here, we can start the show. Still as weird as yesterday, I see, and yet you're gonna fall in love with him and make out with his stupid face. Caught another sucker, boss. That's esteemed co-worker to you, Reese. You just keep collecting these strays. Why do I feel like I'm doing his voice different than I just did like a couple parts ago? Anyway. Before we get too far, everybody should introduce themselves to Avery. Avery, we've already met, and you know Graves. Did you meet Hayes yesterday? Briefly. Hello, Hayes. Hello. It looks like he's going to try to slip between the cracks in the tile. How does a guy like this handle a job that deals with people? Hayes is a great barista. He's a great help in the kitchen, but he likes to spend a lot of his time with the cats, too. Hayes flashes me a quick look. The side of his mouth upturns ever so slightly, like he's trying to smile, but he's out of practice. I reach out to shake his hand. He's practically bracing for impact. Before I reach him, a bright light flashes at the corner of my vision. What? Is that a camera?
Oh, sorry, sweetie. I thought I turned the flash off.
I whip my head to the other side of the lineup. The girl on the end is aiming her phone directly at me.
Sorry, don't mind me. I just want to commemorate our new employee. I'm Finley, and I take care of social media. I like Candid, so I'll try again later when you've forgotten about it.
Finley is also...
Graves! I know what you're going to say. Don't ruin the surprise.
Graves lets out a soft bark of a laugh. All right. You tell Avery whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
The two in the middle of the lineup look beyond unimpressed. One is a smart-mouth guy, Reese, and the other looks like someone I wouldn't want to mess with. Finley puts her hand on the shoulder of the tough-looking woman standing next to her.
Since she's not going to introduce herself, this is Mason. She's our head chef. Or our only chef, I guess.
Well, nice to meet you both. Yeah. Finley reaches up and places her hand against the back of Mason's head. She pushes her hand forward, forcing Mason to nod. I'm amazed Mason's putting up with this.
Wow, that's the most you've spoken all day. She likes you already, Avery.
Mason makes a quick little noise that could either be a laugh or a grunt. Maybe it was both. How kind of you to save the best for last. I'm Reese, and I'm the one you'll be answering to after Graves, so you better stay on my good side. I would have sworn Landry was second in command here, so I don't know what this kid's talking about. I didn't even see him at all during the interview yesterday. I'm on cat detail today, but don't think that means I won't be keeping an eye on you. Cat detail must mean taking care of the cats, obviously. I'm learning quickly. I don't know why the second in command would be so eager about telling me he's going to clean litter boxes today. Maybe it's a weird status thing here. Ew. I'll be on my best behavior then, I guess. Good. Okay, that should be everybody then. Avery, you'll be training with me today. I hope that's okay. That's fine with me. It looks like I'm no longer needed. I have other work to do. You know where to find me. Graves slinks to the back of the cafe. I think I can hear footsteps on creaky stairs. Mason and Hayes disappear after him.
Avery, did you have breakfast? We're going to have something to eat before work, if you'd like to join us. It's tradition.
That sounds great. I fed my cat, but I forgot to feed myself. Reese has already seated himself at the long booth seating along the wall. He scoots two of the tables together and Landry pulls over another chair. Great, just sit and relax. Mason's just finishing up breakfast. I move to take a seat, but Finley blocks my path.
Avery, before you sit down, I have a question for you.
Sure, what's up?
Okay, is that...
Her voice drops almost conspiratorially. She leans in to whisper.
That's an IKEA shirt, isn't it? He's my favorite too.
A what?
IKEA? From Blast Zone?
From what?
Look, you don't have to play dumb. I get it.
No, I really have no idea what that is. Is that like a show? Is this shirt from something?
Oh, no. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
But now you've got my interest. I'm allowed to say this because we can do anything else. But now you've got my interest. What is Blast Zone?
I don't know if it would be your type of game after all.
Oh, it's a game? I like games. Try me.
Well, it's a story about men's passions clashing in a life or death struggle.
Sounds dangerous.
Oh, it is! But it's also romantic.
Romantic, like love blooming on the battlefield? That type of thing?
Yeah, I think you do get it. Maybe I'll lend it to you sometime, if you prove yourself worthy.
I'm not really sure what that involves, but sure.
Okay.
She gives me a grin and a wink, and takes a seat at the table next to Reese. I noticed that somebody set the table while I was talking to Finley. The cat's got a book. That's fucking cute. Mason and Hayes should be out in a minute, Avery. Come, sit down. Sure. Where should I sit, though? What if there are some unspoken rules about this sort of thing in placing? You never know with new groups. Landry answers the conundrum for me by beckoning to the seat between him and Finley. Quietly, I take the seat. Mason emerges from the back with a large tray balanced atop each hand. One tray has a giant stack of French toast. The other is some kind of egg thing. I'm not sure, but it looks amazing. Whoa. I had no idea how hungry I was until just now. She sets the trays down in front of us and then returns to the kitchen. I hope she gets back soon because I'm about to be on that egg thing like mochi on wet food. Mason returns a few moments later, cradling 6 empty coffee cups in her arms. Hayes follows in tow, carefully balancing a carafe full of coffee. They set the cups and carafe on the table and take their seats. Hayes' butt barely hits the chair before the others start to dig in. I'm a little afraid that I'll lose my hand in the fray if I try to jump in now, but I'm so hungry. Look, she's like, we got her mouth stuffed. Landry reaches out an arm from behind a fortress of French toast slices. He lightly bats at Reese's hand as it reaches for the syrup pitcher. Save some for Avery. Geez, calm down. You're the one stealing all the food. I haven't taken any more than usual. Breakfast is important. While everybody shouts and chatters across the table, I help myself to a bit of everything. I'm not used to eating a real breakfast, especially one that didn't come out of a microwave, so I'm going to savor this. Wow, this is amazing. What is this egg thing? Mason's eyebrows shoot up. She looks at me like I grew another nose. Frittata. Is that like a souffle? It looks like it'd be really hard to make. Just eggs and vegetables in a pan. Still, I know I wouldn't be able to make anything like that. It's really nice to have a real breakfast.
What do you usually eat, Avery?
Mostly cold pizza or toaster tarts, I guess, if I remember to get them. Mason glares like I just knocked her plate on the floor. She stares directly at me, through me, with a hard look in her eyes. You eat here now. Always. Can I still have pizza sometimes? Not for breakfast. Ever. I can hear Finley and Reese snickering. Okay, but other times are still okay, right? Mason rolls her eyes and goes back to her coffee. Reese stares up at me between bites of French toast. Avery, when we're done, we need to talk about dress code. Oh, Reese, don't start this again. Shh, it's an important part of new employee orientation. Landry passes a positively pained look at Reese. He glances at me, but a poke to the ribs from Finley sends him staring back at his plate.
Landry, you're such a mama bird sometimes. Lighten up.
Avery, look at this place. We take our visual presentation very seriously here. Mason gives another grunt. Hayes places his empty plate and cup on Mason's plate and takes the stack into the back with the urgency of a tactical retreat. Graves and I expect a certain level of decor with the waitstaff. Is this about my outfit? I woke up a little late, so... No, this is about uniforms. Mason pushes her chair away from the table with enough force that it wobbles briefly on two legs. She stands and takes my plate in one fell swoop. Opening soon. Time to get ready. She picks up the now empty cast iron skillet with one hand and balances a few of the other plates on top. It looks heavy, but she's holding it all like it's nothing. Come on. She stares me down and gestures to the back door with a head nod before she heads into the kitchen. Don't think you can run off so easily, Avery. You'll get written up if you don't have your uniform. We're going to help Mason and Hayes in the kitchen because we've asked Reese about the uniforms plenty of times, so. Is Mason really the only chef here? That must take a lot of work. I bet she could use some help. Mostly I'm just grateful she gave me an out. Whatever Reese is planning, it doesn't sound like anyone but Finley cares for it. No, thank you. I think Mason and Hayes wanted my help, though. Huh, fine. If Mason needs the help. But you're not off the hook for this yet. Reese. Well, come on, Landry, don't look at me like that. Something is definitely up. Whatever it is, I'm not gonna fall for it. Well, I'll be back once Mason says I'm done. I quickly retreat back to the kitchen before Reese can delay me further. Even though I work here now, I still feel like I'm trespassing on hallowed ground. I've never been in a restaurant kitchen before. Heck, I'm barely in my own kitchen. It smells amazing, almost enough to make me hungry all over again. Hayes is at the sink, carefully scrubbing the iron skillet we used at breakfast. It looks like he's already got the dishes on lockdown, to be honest. Mason only spares me a glance. She's already back to work, and it looks like there's a lot left to do. She dips a long spatula into a big metal bowl and heaps a glob of frosting on top of the cake. It's mesmerizing watching her move as she works to smooth the frosting. Can I help? Any experience with what, baking? Don't know why I asked. She doesn't bother looking up, but it feels like she doesn't have to see the cake to decorate it. I bet she could do this in her sleep. Don't touch anything. I bet you're really busy, though. Are you sure? Babysitting takes longer than doing it myself. Come on, there's got to be something I can help with. You did ask me to come back here for a reason, right? To save you from Reese. If you insist, carry those boxes out. She gestures to a pile of collapsed cardboard boxes sitting by the kitchen door. They're all much wider than my arms can go around at about half my height. The heck were they shipping in there? Horses? Roger. Out where? Out back. Throw them wherever. You can count on me. No time for insignificant details like logistics or arm strength. I'm gonna do it. I try to wrap my arms around the flattened boxes, but that was right. My fingertips barely touch either side. I can't just pick them up with my hands either. They're too thick to grab from the top. Maybe if I balance the boxes on my feet like so, and brace it with my hands like this. There! But now how do I walk out the door like this? Guess I could just waddle? Huh. I started a rough, sudden noise behind me. The cardboard slips from my hand and cascades to the floor in a floppy, boxy avalanche. The The sound happens again. I turn around, and though Mason is facing away from me, I can see her shoulders shaking ever so slightly. Is she laughing? I mean, it probably does look pretty pathetic. But I didn't think she would be the type to even know how to laugh. Seems like she'd get mad at me for goofing up. Use twine. Right there, on the counter. Wrap them. Oh! Yeah, whoops! There's some twine right there. With some effort, I collect the boxes again, then loop twine around them a few times. She's totally right. Now I just have to grab the string and I can drag them out. You look like you're gonna hang glide on those. Maybe if the wind kicks up, I'll give it a shot. I look over and even Hayes is laughing a little. Though when I shoot him a quick smile, he hurries back to the sink and resumes scrubbing with fervor. These two are tough customers, but I'll bet they're not so bad once you get to know them. And I'm gonna do just that. Hopefully. Anything else I can lend these muscles to today? Got plenty of muscle of my own. She kind of does. Look at those biceps, man. Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you need any help. I guess I should find where Landry ran off to. He's training me today, after all. I think he went upstairs. I head over to the foot of the staircase, but a cat has taken station right in my path. It's sleeping belly up, stretched out to nearly the whole width of the step. Buddy, that's really cute, but there's a dangerous place to sleep. It doesn't dignify me with a response. Instead, the fat orange cat shimmies in place to settle itself even more. Gently, I nudge it to see if I can get the cat to move. Someone's gonna trip on you if you don't move. It's not gonna be fun for either of you. It opens one eye to a thin slit, then makes a murmuring noise and flicks its tail. This little tiger isn't going anywhere, is it? Are all the cats here this spoiled? Guess I'll have to pick it up and move it myself. I lean over to scoop it up, but as I do, a tiny orange and white bobtail cat whizzes past my feet. It stops on the step below the sleeping cat, then raises one paw and bats the other cat squarely on the forehead. The sleeping cat wakes up and hops to its feet. It looks angry. Am I gonna have to break up a cat fight? Hey, you two! Bobtail flattens its ears and stares intently at the orange cat. They both perk up when they hear a voice from above. Is Hash Brown sleeping on the stairs again? The orange cat, Hash Browns I guess, trots away. Landry works his way down the stairs, eyes on the bobtail kitten. Was it really necessary to smack him? You should be nice. The bobtail turns its head away in a wide arc, almost as if it's giving an okay whatever in response. It lazily struts over to the windowsill and takes up sentry. That cat's name is Hash Browns? Yeah, Graves names all the cats here. He comes up with some interesting ones. What are some of their names? Well, at the moment there's Ramona, Shinsuke, Kotique, Owl, Bramblepelt. I like Bramblepelt, it's pretty funny. Now, Neo, Hisa, Valentine, Marina, Ein, Junta, Jam Band, and so on. Holy crap! Which one was that bobtail? Oh! His face falls. Why does he look so nervous? Why don't you ask Reese later? Huh? Is that his cat? Did he name it or something? Is it a bad name? No, Graves should have told you about... Let's get to work. It's time to open. Landry isn't having any more of this. He walks past me to the front door without a glance. He unlocks it and flips the sign from closed to open. And ta-da! Your first day at a cat's paw has begun. And nobody's here. This is a little anticlimactic. Yeah, the mornings are usually pretty slow. It might pick up later. By the way, their work starts at 11. So that's the morning for like an hour. It didn't. At all. All day. Sure, a few people came in, and Landry had me wait their table while he supervised. It went pretty well, and I made a couple bucks in tips, but that was it. Finley came down a couple of times to check in, and I saw Mason and Hayes every time I went into the kitchen. But I didn't see Reese at all. Reese's bobtail cat, on the other hand, was all over the place. I think I see why you take a shine to this one. They're both complete hands. Not that I mind that it was slow, it just meant I got to play with the cats more. There are like 10 of them here? Maybe? Can't get a solid count on them. They seem to vanish sometimes. Looks like there are a lot of areas around here for them to hide.
Thank you for your help today, Avery.
Oh, wait, that's Landry. I saw Finley and I didn't read the name. Thank you for your help today, Avery. Landry, Finley, and I just finished wiping down the tables. Mason was gone before the cafe closed. I don't know where Hayes went.
So, how'd you like it?
Is it always this quiet? I mean, not that I'm complaining.
Not always. Tomorrow should be busier for sure. I've got plans.
Oh, we should get here early then, huh?
Don't say that like you aren't always early.
Oh, I have to come in earlier? Don't worry too much about it, Avery. Just show up at your regular time. Okay, thanks. I can't imagine what busy means here. What, like 6 people in here at the same time?
I got a little more work I want to do on the blog, so y'all go ahead. I'll close up if Grace doesn't get here to do it.
Oh, thank you. Avery, you can head out. Thanks. Are you leaving now? I could walk with you. I'll be out in a bit. You go on ahead. Oh, all right. See y'all tomorrow.
Night!
The door closes behind me with a jingle. I have a job. My coworkers are pretty cute. I get to play with cats. And if this works out, I should be able to afford a place of my own soon. Wait until my parents hear about this. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I can't help giving a little celebratory fist pump. All right. I think I just heard someone snort a laugh behind me. I thought I said that pretty quietly. Turn around to see who is there, to see who it is, but there's nobody there but a cat. 2 cats, actually. Cats from the cafe. Reese's cat and the Siamese cat, to be precise. Crap, how did they get outside? Did I let them out when I left? This is real bad. I'm pretty sure one of the first rules of working at a cat cafe is do not lose the cats. They're not looking at me anymore. Now's my chance. I start creeping toward both cats. If I move too suddenly, I might spook them. I only make it a few steps before I see the bobtail's ears swivel back to face me. Without turning the rest of his head, it takes a springing leap and heads down one fork in the road. The Siamese cat continues down the same path, as casual as anything. I can't get them both, but I need to get at least one of them. I better decide who to go after. Here's the tough one. So we've followed Hayes every single time. So I feel like we followed Reese's cat, obviously, when we did Reese's Path, so just recently. Finley, we had followed the Siamese cat. Hayes, obviously, we followed the Siamese cat. Landry, we followed the Siamese cat. And Mason, I believe we followed the Siamese cat as well because, you know, we're like, whatever, we'll follow Reese's when we get to Reese's Path. So the only time we followed Reese is on his path. But at the same time, I feel like, oh, okay, we should do that just because it would be something slightly different. But I feel like we just read that like a couple of parts ago. So I think I'm going to do the Siamese just because we've always skipped through that. Except for when we did Finley's route and maybe when we read Hayes's. And since then we've done... Actually, we might have read it when we did Landry's. I don't know. I think we skipped through all of it. So I feel like we just read when we followed Reese's cat. So I think I'm going to follow the Siamese cat and read the Hayes route again. The bobtail's on to me, clearly. But the Siamese cat hasn't picked up on it yet. My best chance right now is probably following the Siamese. It's got kind of far down the path. I better pick up my pace to catch up. I try to mimic those long strides Landry always takes to cover more ground, but that doesn't work out so well. Jogging's going to be easier. Or not. My feet are falling harder on the ground and the cat notices. It's going faster now, so I better pick up the pace. I break out in a full run to follow him. He definitely knows I'm there now, but it doesn't matter. I have bigger legs, so I'm going to catch up sooner or later. I'm a pretty good runner. I finally close the gap between us. Suddenly, the cat screeches to a halt and jerks around to face me. Avery, stop it! Eh? Why are you chasing me? Because you got out. Wait, what am I saying? What are you saying? How are you saying?
It's me.
Me? Hayes. Last I checked, Hayes was a guy with glasses. You didn't seem like the pranking type, Hayes. The Hayes cat is puffing up like a dusting brush. I feel bad this cat's getting caught up in whatever shenanigans they're trying to put me through right now. This seems like it should be against work procedure. He's telling the truth, Avery. The voice comes from behind me. I whirl around to see Landry, but he's not there. Down here. I readjust my gaze downward. Oh, come on. No, this isn't a joke, Avery. Landry Cat takes a few steps past me and sits down in front of Hayes Cat. Even as a Maine Coon, his gait is long. No. Come on. No, no, no. Graves didn't tell you? Tell me what? That you're all secret cats? That doesn't make any sense. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry, Avery. I thought he told you. Is that why you were acting weird? You were keeping something this bonkers a secret? It's not easy to talk about. Whenever we leave the cafe grounds, we turn into cats. I'm surprised to hear Hayes pipe up, of all people. Cats. Cat people? It began around the time we started to work here. Graves calls it a curse. A curse. A curse. This is too much. Though, I don't know if everyone thinks of it that way. But wait. Everyone? Is everybody at the cafe a secret cat? Yes? Graves too? Nobody has seen him as a cat. But it seems safe to assume. Am I going to turn into a cat too? Landry isn't even looking at me anymore. He's avoiding eye contact as hard as he can. Hayes does the same. Neither answers. I'm going to turn into a cat. Oh, come on. Sorry, Avery. Maybe you can stop it. We don't know what causes the curse. Maybe if you talk to the others tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Why not? Let's have a whole cat council. We can invite Hash Browns, too. Is he also a person? I can see the fur between Hayes' shoulders rising on end in a little ridge. Seeing that takes the wind out of my sails a little bit. Yeah, all right. I'm too tired for this. This better be a weird dream or something. Like a weird work-induced hallucination. Sorry, Avery. Not listening to talking cats anymore. Bye. Bye, Landry. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Abigail. The sun's barely gone down, but I am capital letter done with today. This is too much. Don't forget the good food this time. Canned stuff. Did someone just say something? There's nobody here but Mochi. Oh, for crap's sake. I find him standing next to the food bowl, looking up at me with those expectant eyes. I gently nudge him with my foot. Did you just say that? Murr. Nope. Nope, I'm done. I dump the rest of the canned food in the bowl and scurry out of the kitchen. Then I dump myself in bed. I don't even want to think about it right now. Oh, you. I don't even want to think about it right now. Oh, you will give you a hug. Because the cat shirt looks like giving a hug. Anyway. I'm just going to sleep at a real bed for once. Maybe sleeping on the couch so much is messing with my head. I don't usually close the door, but I think it's a good idea tonight. I don't want Mochi whispering to me in my sleep. Ta-da! Anyway, so this is a good place to end it. So yeah, I will wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.